Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha. Hari Om. Param Poojya Guruji Swami Tejomayananda has composed a hymn called Kritajnataa, an expression of gratitude for our Param Poojya Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda. So on that we will see a meaning. Kritajnataa, it goes like this. Samasta jana kalyane niratam karunamayam namami chinmayam devam sadgurum brahma vidvaram. Samasta jana kalyane, he is ever engaged. Niratam karunamayam, he is ever engaged in the welfare of all the beings, and he is very compassionate, as if he is the personification of compassion. Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram. I prostrate to Param Poojya Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda ji, who is the best among the knowers of the Supreme Self. Now here Chinmayam, Guruji says Chinmayam. Chit is knowledge and Chinmayam, so it is embodiment of knowledge. It is pure consciousness expressed with a human form and name, because of the demand of totality of the jivas for guidance on the path of spiritual practices. So in this way, Chinmayam is that pure knowledge which is beyond names and forms, and which is there or all pervading, because of which a thing knows or become known. Because of which we know the knowledge and ignorance of the worldly things, that objectless awareness. Even if a row of ant is going, so they also know how to go, where to find sugar or something. So this knowledge principle as such is everywhere. Even in inert things also it is there. It is not expressed or manifested because the medium to manifest it, it is not there. Example, if we have got a radio set and we tune it to the broadcasting center, then the receivers will catch. If the fine tuning is there, then the receivers will catch the song or speech or drama, whatever it is, broadcasted there. So since we have got the receiver set, it is expressed in the form of sound. But everywhere where that receiver set, radio set is not there, there also the waves are there, but they are unmanifested. In the same way, this Chinmaya, this Chaitanya consciousness is all pervading, even where no name or form is there, or even inert thing is there, a stone. There also it is there, but the mind, intellect and sense organs, etc., which express, which are the mediums, instruments to express that knowledge principle. Since they are absent, they are lacking, therefore it is not expressed, it remains in unmanifested form. So that pure knowledge is Chinmaya. And when we come to know that our Gurudev in his essential form, essential nature, such a all-pervading truth, each and everything he has gone, and therefore with that reverence and divinity in our mind, we should transact in the world. Second, Devam is Jyotanashilatva Devan, the brilliant, bright, and full of knowledge. Devam. Sadgurum. Sadgurum is that teacher who takes us to that oneness of the Brahman. He is Sadguru. In all other fields, etc., one who gives mantra or teaches us the rituals, takes some meditations, etc., done from us. They are also Guru, but he is the ultimate Guru who brings to our notice and who as if pushes us in that realm where we find that I am that nameless, formless existence which is there in each and everything in the universe, and actually universe, many cosmoses appear and disappear and stay in me. Lastly, Brahmavid Varam. Guruji says Brahmavid Varam. In Yoga Vasishta, many times the 7 stages of spiritual practices are listed and counted. Maybe little bit different types and names are there, but generally they are Shubhecha, that is a desire to attain the purpose of our life, enlightenment. Second, Vicharana, the beginning of inquiry according to the scriptures under the guidance of a teacher. Third is Tanu Manasa, then getting our mind pure, subtle and focused. And fourth is Sattvapatti. Sattvapatti, here only realization takes place that I am not these all conditionings, but I am that Supreme Self. Then Padartha Samsakti, then full detachment born out of knowledge from the objects of enjoyments. Then Padartha Bhavana, and then even not seeing duality, even the notice of duality is not there. As Shankaracharya ji says in the commentary of Ishavasya Upanishadic mantra, Tato na vijugupsate. So he doesn't find any cause to hate or disgust something because duality is not there. So Padartha Bhavana means he doesn't see anything other than himself. Everything becomes his self. And then Brahmavid Vara and Brahmavit and Brahmavid Vara, or they may be called as Brahmavit Variyan, Brahmavit Varishtha, etc. So those who know this ultimate, infinite, eternal reality, in them also so much compassionate is our Gurudev that he kept on working in the world. Even though he knew that and he has reached that ultimate realm of completely beyond everything, that realm of existence. Still, he kept on coming to our level and working. Therefore, Brahmavid Param. In this famous verse, Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamaya Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahmavid Param. Next Guruji says, Sanskruter Vikshahanim cha Bharatasya cha dusthitim Dravitam Rudayam Yasya Vandeham Tam Mahamunim. Sanskruter Vikshahanim cha. Gurudev born in 1916, and his observation capacity was very nice, and when he became the journalist in National Herald, Free Press Journal, that time he observed all the high society, very rich and very all businessmen, etc. So there also he saw that the good values, those form part of our culture, are not followed, and therefore they don't get the real happiness, and they just pretend to be happy or prepare to be happy but are not really happy. Sanskruter Vikshahaninja Bharatasya च दुस्थितिं द्रवितं हृदयं यस्य वन्देहं तं महामुनिम्. And in this way he saw that there is degrading of our Indian culture, and therefore his heart melted to that soft-hearted, kind-hearted, merciful Param Poojya Gurudev. I salute. Sanskriti is Gurudev, as Gurudev says, the fragrance of the specific way of living of people who stay substantially long period at one geographical area. It is a way of living. There are certain values and virtues which are followed by that population. So Sanskriti Vikshahanimcha. But such Sanskriti, even though it was the best, it is the best, and still only one this heritage or culture is there, in which living society exists even now, since thousands of years. And he saw that the condition of India is so much demoted that everywhere bribery, corruption, fraud, terrorism, and the people are afflicted, and so many diseases and floods and this one droughts, etc. So his kind heart started melting, and he felt that something must be done for this, whatever is possible, and not only I myself but in inspiring others also. And then afterwards what happened? He felt sorry for the state of the country, but he did not stop there. Nishkriya karuna kvapi safala na bhavishyati iti matva sarvadaiva karmani vartate yatihi. Nishkriya karuna kvapi safala na bhavishyati. Actionless or just passive compassion does not result in anything. It is not fruitful. Iti matva sarvada eva karmani vartate yati. Even though he is renunciate, he has abandoned all the actions with ego and egocentric desires, but still he worked day and night. We cannot fathom his work in quality and quantity, that depth. So in this way, Nishkriya Karuna Kwapi Safalana Bhavishyati. So many good theories are there, so many good preaching is there, but if actual help is not there, then that all is meaningless, that goes in vain. And therefore, Param Poojya Gurudev decided to plunge into action. Some people said that why you are enunciate, you have got the knowledge, why don't you sit in Himalaya and contemplate on that and get established and revel in that knowledge only. Saints have given answer to this, that since they see their own self in each and every being, they can't stand the affliction of people. They can't just remain aloof and witness that because of the ignorance of our scriptural knowledge and because of the false duality, because of just imagined sorrows, they are in real pain. People are in real pain. And therefore, he always worked. It is said that he used to work for 20 hours a day. At the end, even his heart was working just about 15 to 20%. And doctor has, since many years, doctors were behind him to reduce activities, to reduce travel, to reduce speaking, etc., and take rest. But he kept on working. So many times he kept as if from the jaws of death. So many bypass surgeries and etc. happened. It is heard that once astrologer came and he saw Gurudev's hand and he got as if surprised that so many death incidences, means Mrityu Yoga, so many points of death has already passed and still that body is working. When he saw that, he got surprised. Nishkriya karuna kwapi safalana bhavishyati iti matva sarvadaiva karmani vartate yatihi. He is a renunciate. And not only that, he only himself worked, because one man, how much he can work? One man, at how many places he can be. Therefore he inspired others. Guruji says, Swayam kurvan karayanscha karmani vividhaniya asaktas sarvakaryeshu vartate sarvada chasaha. Swayam kurvan karayanscha. He himself also worked and he made others work. He inspired others work. He instructed others to work. Karmani vividhaniya. And plethora of activities. So many activities in many fields. Asaktas sarvakaryeshu. And still he remained unattached. He remained detached. Sarvada vartate chasaha. And he moved with that detachment, like a lotus leaf stays in water, grows in water, but still water can't touch it. Same way, he was involved with full body, mind, intellect in so many work, and everywhere he used to see in minute details, but nothing just cause attachment to him. Swayam kurvan karayanscha karmani vividhaniya. Further, Guruji himself will tell what those vividha karma, what those many actions, many fields of actions are there. But the main thing here is he remained very detached in that. Once somebody asked, so many temples, Chinmaya Mission is having so many ashrams, so many centers. So after you, what will happen? So Gurudev, as carefree he used to be, smiling, he said, I did not do anything. Narayan himself expressed and he got it done. So if he want, he will get it done from anybody. If no, then it will go. Complete detachment was there. Okay, whatever those different fields of activity, that is said in the further next verse. Jnanayajna pracharancha brahmachari prashikshanam shruti smriti puranadi vyakhya grantha prakashanam. So first is Jnana Yajna. Jnana Yajna means a series of discourses. Pracharamcha, spreading this knowledge, Vedanta, Advaita Vedanta. Brahmachari Prashikshanam, and those who are inclined to do the spiritual practices and service, for them giving an opportunity to become Swami and Brahmachari, and in a traditional way, in transparent way, the original Vedantic knowledge is taught. That Brahmachari Prashikshanam training, Shruti Smriti Puranadi Vyakhya Grantha Prakashanam, and publication of many books in which commentary of Vedanta, then topical texts and other Puranic literature, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Srimad Bhagavat, etc. are there. This is some of the fields of activity where he worked. So Jnana Yajna Pracharamcha. As a ritual, fire ritual is done, where fire is lit and in that ghee is given, offered. Then herbs, roots, some sweets and some other material is often offered. So in the similar way, in the fire of knowledge, ignorance is offered by this jiva. So that is called Jnana Yajna, means discourses, lectures and talks and satsangs given by Gurudev and other Swami Brahmacharis, and where seekers and devotees and other people also they come and listen, and thereby their knowledge, they get the knowledge and their ignorance comes to end. So Jnana Yajna Pracharamcha Brahmachari Prashikshanam. There are 2 years intensive courses, different places. The main is in Powai in Mumbai, which is in English. Then in Himachal Pradesh, Siddhawadi, that is in Hindi, where these basic texts, Upanishads, Gita, Ramayana and Prakarana Granthas of Adi Shankaracharya ji, etc., Narad Bhakti Sutra, etc., are taught, and generally a guideline how to learn, how to keep on learning. Then further in whole life, they Swami Brahmachari, they keep on their learning and teaching. So that is residential Gurukul type Brahmachari course, Vedanta course, Brahmachari Prashikshanam. And after that, if they are willing, then they do this sadhana service as a spiritual practice. And then of course Chinmaya publications for the whole world. It provides this all books in which commentaries of our scriptures are there, around 1000 titles, and side by side nowadays all music cards and online Chinmay clicks etc. are there. Nowadays for this Prachara YouTube channel, Chinmay channel on YouTube, and all other handles are also there, Twitter etc., Instagram, Facebooks, blogs. Okay, and then in detail how this prachara is done. So it is told in next verse. Balakeshu cha samskaro vicharo yuvakeshu cha dharmanishtha desha bhakti lokaseva tataiva cha. Balakeshu cha samskaraha. For children, good virtues and values are taught by way of bhajans, stories, games, activities and crafts etc. Vicharo yuvakeshu, the youth, young people are introduced and initiated to the thinking process on their own with the help of scriptures under the guidance of sevaks. And dharmanishtha, and adherence to one's duties, adherence to these all good values, that is facilitated. Desha bhakti, patriotism is emphasized. Lokaseva tateva cha, and social service. Very many projects of social service are going on in Chinmaya mission. Balakeshu cha samskaro, it is said, catch them young. When a sapling is tender, then only we can give shape, proper shape to it. And therefore, prenatal education, garbha sanskar, that is also very important part in our scriptures. Also, very many places we see, like Ashtavakra in the womb of Sujata, the wife of Kahol Rishi. He learned from there. Vamadev, he also learned this Vedanta when he was in womb of his mother, and he got liberated there only. Famous example of Abhimanyu, of Subhadra and Arjun, how he learned that, penetrating and entering into Chakravyuha. Narada Rishi and Prahlada, Shukadeva, so many examples are there, who got this knowledge before their birth only, when they were in their mother's womb. So in this way, Balakeshu cha sanskaram, Bal Vihar it is called, weekly classes for children, and also in summer and winter vacations etc., camps are there. That is the important grassroots level activity of Chinmaya mission. Balakeshu cha sanskaro, vicharo yuvakeshu cha. And once they become teenagers and further they become young, then this thinking should be started. Therefore, youth study classes, youth activities indoor and outdoor, youth camps, training, conferences, etc. are taken. Now this is 50th year of Chinmaya Yuva Kendra, because Gurudev started it in 1975 in Bangalore, and now it is to 2025. So this is 15 years with Suvarna Jayanti of Chinmaya Yuva Kendra. Dharmanishtha. So our child or our youth or our adult should be should have a firm faith in our religion, in one's own duties, wherever he is working, in school or office or where it is, and also full of virtues like speaking truth, doing some selfless service, devotion to God, study of our scriptures, etc. Having control over one's senses and mind, meditation, dharmanishtha, and deshabhakti. Deshabhakti is also a very important aspect of our personality. For that purpose, it should be seen what is Desha, what is nation. If nation is everything that is there in that geographical area, then each and every one is also in that definition, and therefore if each and every one pays attention to his own development, all-round development, then that is also Desha Bhakti. So everyone can serve the nation in his own little ways. Respecting elders, paying taxes in time, abiding by the traffic rules, and whatever our work is there, to doing that to the best of our capacity as a service to our nation. So in this way, Desha Bhakti is cultivated in the people. And Loka Seva Tathaivacha. Loka Seva, Harihar School, orphanages, hospitals, Chinmaya, Central Chinmaya Mission Trust has education cell. So Chinmaya Vidyalayas are there. International Residential School is there. Now Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapit is there. Loka Seva Tathaivacha. Under that Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapit, Indian performing arts, Indian performing arts, that training is given. Chinmaya Nada Bindu, vocal and instrumental singing, dance, repercussions, etc. Also YEP, Youth Empowerment Program, that is 1 year residential postgraduate program under that university. So in these various ways, Loka Seva is done. This all is inspired by Gurudev and further done by Guruji. Next Guruji says, Yatha vruddhim prapnuvanti तथा यत्नं करोति सः धर्मनिष्ठा देशभक्तिः लोकसेवा तथैव च सर्वदा सर्वभावेन सद्गुरुर्नो यतीश्वरः यथा वृद्धिं प्राप्नुवन्ति तथा यत्नं करोति सः. As this all work increased, as this spread everywhere, so also his efforts. So his travel, his meetings, his all other supervision of the work, his inspiration to others, his guidance to everyone, that all work just occupied his whole personality and his whole day, his whole time and energy. यथा वृद्धिं प्राप्नुवन्ति तथा यत्नं करोति सः सर्वदा सर्वभावेन सद्गुरुर्नो यतीश्वरः. And by all means he served and he worked. He did not keep any stone unturned. Still he remained detached because he is the great among renunciates who has abandoned everything and just working like an instrument of the God, instrument in the hand of the God, like flute of Shri Krishna Bhagwan. Flute is inside empty vacuum, and therefore when one person has no ego, then God can fulfill, complete his own desires, his own wish through him. So in the same way, Sadguru Arno Yatishwaraha. And what we observe, Guruji says, Ye guna sarva shastreshu varnyante brahma jnaninam tairayam sarvada purno rajate sarva yoginam. Ye guna sarva shastreshu varnyante brahma jnaninam. Those qualities which are described as should be in a realized person who has become himself that supreme self. Taihi ayam sarvada purno rajate sarva yogina. With those qualities, this our Param Poojya Gurudev is complete. And therefore, in all other knowledgeable people also, he is the greatest one. Like in our scriptures, it is said, Tadatmani nirate ye upanishatsu dharmaha te mai santu. So control over senses, control over mind, selflessness, and dexterity of action, soft speaking, universal love for everybody, tolerance, forgiveness, forbearance, and forecasting, and seeing beyond the time. And so many virtues are there. Those are enlisted as like saints, seers, and sages. And we see they all in much quantity in Gurudev to their acme. So many incidences are there. Once Guruji says that in summer time, when so much heat was there, and he was to wait on platform because train got late, etc. something. So 2 hours he has to wait there only, and so much heat was there, all the body was sweating, but still no word of complaint was there, or no discomfort or displeasure was felt. It is heard that in the beginning at Surat, the place where he was kept, his residence, that was not having even flush for the toilet also. But still he did not complain. In earlier times, he had to share only one chatai, only one mat for 2 persons to sleep. And even bed is there, then diagonal he has to sleep, because that was not complete for his height. Bed was not long enough. Length was not equal to his height. And for eating, once nobody asked eating, what is this arrangement of your bhiksha, etc. And only overripe black banana he got to be shared with another person. Same instance is seen in Swami Vivekananda's life also. He has noted down this. At one station, platform only, railway platform, he was to wait for trains, etc. And people came and asked questions and discussed philosophy and so many guidance, etc. It happened. One by one, group of people used to come and discuss with him. And time passed on. Continuously people were coming. So in between at the end, a small, common general ordinary cobbler came and he said, I am seeing that you are continuously talking only to these people. You have not even drank water. So I want to give you to something. Will you please accept? And he said, definitely I will take. So you are the one that has really understand this all knowledge, because all other just come, talk, listen from me, ask questions, get answers and go, but they never thought that he has eaten something or not. So here says, ye guna sarvashastreshu varnante brahmajnaninam tairyam sarvada purno rajate sarvayoginam. And about Gurudev's devotion and knowledge, Guruji says, Nirgune nischala nishtha sagune sarasaratihi sangamo madhuraschayam deshikeno mahatmani. Nirgune nischala nishtha. The formless, attributeless Brahman, he has full abidance in that, fully established in that. And he has become that only. Nirgune Nishchala Nishtha Sagune Sarasarati. And still he was fully devoted to the God with form also. Sri Krishna, Shivaji, Sri Ram, Ganapati. Sagune Sarasarati. So he had full devotion and his heart used to melt when he used to sing. He used to listen the bhajans, etc. One day it so happened that in the hall somebody was singing Shri Krishna's bhajans. Gurudev was sitting by his side, and so much feelings and emotions they overtook him that he could not sit there. He just came to his room, and when a person followed what happened to see what happened, and he was sitting on his bed and crying, and there was constant flow of tears from his eyes. So sagune sarasaratihi sangamo madhiraschayam deshikeno mahatmani. In this way we find a very sweet confluence of knowledge and devotion in Gurudev. And they said that devotion is the climax of knowledge, and knowledge is the zenith of devotion. So one is really realized person. He will have love for all, and God as a form of God, he will love all. And one who has reached the pure devotion, definitely he will realize the oneness with the God. Tesham jnani nityayukta. Jnanu to atma eva matam, as Sri Krishna Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita. Whoever are devotees, out of that, one who is devoted to me as his own self, essentially devotee and devoted, God is one. One who knows this, he is very dear to me, he is like self to me, he never gets decayed, and I also never perish for him. Sangamo madhuraschayam deshikeno mahatmani. Deshik means the indicator, deshik is the guide who shows us that aim of our life, and who shows us the path, the means, the spiritual practices to be followed. So he is deshik. Like this finger is called deshik. With this finger we show, see this. So in this way, teacher or guru is called deshik, and Mahatma, he is Mahatma. He has accommodativeness to accommodate all, those who are arrogant, those who are ignorant. He accommodates them all, and according to their stage, he gives them service, spiritual practice, whatever is needed for their own development. Sangamo Madhus, and this is very sweet confluence of devotion and knowledge in Param Poojya Gurudev. The essence of both formless and with form. He has become himself, and therefore he was very clear in explaining this all. Further Guruji says, अनेक जन्मार्जित पुण्य प्राप्त मया गुरुर्यो जगति प्रसिद्धः यस्य प्रसादेन मनः प्रशान्तं बभूव मे तं शिरसा नमामि. अनेक जन्मार्जित पुण्य प्राप्त. Oh, I got Gurudev as my teacher. This must be the result of the merits of so many lives. Maya Gururyo Jagati Prasiddha, and therefore I got this world famous teacher. Yasya Prasadena Manah Prashantam, and by whose grace my mind has become calm and quiet, serene and pure. Babhuva metam shirasanamami, and therefore I bow down to him. I put my head on his feet. Whenever we do small acts of merit, and that all gets accumulated in very many lives, we go on helping selflessly, being devoted to God, do some spiritual practices. In this way, that all merits, when it fulfills, it becomes expressed, then we get to know such a saint, such a realized master who is well versed in scriptures also, and he has personal experience, immediate direct experience of the God, and then he can explain also, because for explaining also much patience and compassion is needed, because in the beginning stage disciples will not believe, will not have faith in whatever is said, because that is completely different than his day-to-day experience and the knowledge up till now he has got. Also so many mistakes they did, now they do. So for that, infinite love should be there in teacher. Again and again, without getting bored from such disciples, the teacher has to explain. So therefore, compassionate Guru I got, that must be the result of God's grace also, and merit earned in many births. So now, lastly, Guruji says, Kritajnataya charudhi sthita me vaktum na shakya khalu yajnatopi Guru prasida krupaya vidhehi tatpada bhaktim paramanuraktim. What attitude of gratitude I feel. How should I do this thanksgiving? That is there in my heart only. I can't express that, I can't say that, I can't write that, though I try it. Oh teacher, oh Gurudev, oh Revered Gurudev, please be propitious to me, please be pleased with me, and give me only one thing, and that is the ultimate devotion to your feet and great loyalty and attachment to your feet. that only I ask for you. Because when I am there at your feet, then I am safe and secure. I am in Brahman only. So I will not be, I will not like to give you back something because you gave me that knowledge. Even if so many lives I kept on serving to you. They say that even I made shoes and chappal and footwear for you from my own skin. Still, that what you did for me will not be repaid. Therefore, let that gratitude remain in me, and you please give me the devotion to your feet. Ever at your feet, ever in your service. Vande Chinmaya Sadgurum, unto him our best. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Om Shri Chinmaya Sadgurave Namaha.